it's Betsy, and today I have a fun video. I'm gonna give you a new office tour. Now, this one's gonna be a little bit different than the ones I've done in the past because I feel like this office space is a little bit more reasonable for what most people have at home. So the room I'm in now used to be my husband's office. It's only about 10 foot by 11 foot. Now, I have other space in my house that is larger, but I decided to try in here because we want to move to Florida at some point. So I knew I would be downsizing office space because it's very difficult to find like a room, a house that has a room that's like 2,000 square feet. And I don't want to pay for a house that has a room that's that big. So I'm gonna show you how I organize things and my new office tour. So stay tuned. Okay, so we're starting off my tiny little office tour by the back door. So if you're walking in from my backyard, this is how you get into my house. I know I'm not gonna show you outside my house, but I will show you the whole office. So I will probably do different clips so that way you can kind of see how everything is organized. Now, one of the things you will notice is this office space is much smaller than what I'm used to. This is about 10 foot by 11 foot, so she is tiny. But to prepare for the move for Florida, I wanted to make sure I could work with less space. Now, hopefully I will have a bigger room than this, but that doesn't mean I will. So over in this corner, which is right by our back door, you will see I have my key holder because, you know, for cars and such. Then I have my calendar, my dry erase calendar, so I can keep track of what I'm doing. Then over here, that pink leather thing is so I can take pictures. And then in my cubby over here is different types of tweezers, picks, squeegees, cutters, and like Teflon sheet flat iron covers. Then I have one of the specialty materials product guide. In that silver thing, there is more earrings. Then right here, because this is new material, this is all the Subliflex material. I just have it sitting out. I haven't put it away yet. I have a screw in the wall to hang my rulers and the new t-shirt guide. Then I have artwork. That's one of my Mickey pictures. So as you can see, I still made it pretty with all the things that I love. So then down below, this is the heat press. Now the heat press is on a rolly cart, so that way I can store items in there as well as still access that shelf. So give me a moment and I will show you the inside. This is the inside of that 4-square Kallax unit. So over here you can see I have different types of paper. So I have the Koala brand inkjet glossy photo paper. I've got some HP photo paper. That's regular photo paper or regular paper. There's a hole punch. Then in there I have rolls of glitter vinyl plus transfer tape. Then down below I have sublimation papers and just different things that can be printed on. And then in that cubby is the inks for my printers, for my Sawgrass SG400 and my Epson printer. Down there is like makeup stuff. That's makeup empties, and then that's stuff for a giveaway. So let me show you the inside of the printer. So this is inside the printer cabinet. So up here we have some of the specialty materials. These are all their different adhesive prints. There are so many of them. I have some t-shirt guides, and then down below I have a hair dryer. I have my regular iron, my Cricut mini press, the Cricut easy press, Teflon pillows, my heat gun, and then that is a rhinestoning tool. So everything is organized in here. And that's one of the things, like, you have to find storage space for some stuff, but it's also trying to keep like things together. So let's move on to another section. So as you can see, this is the metal shelf that I had in my other office. So I have all my pretty stuff. Now in those boxes are like glitters and pigments and things like that. There's my Cricut. There is all my Cricut pens, and I did go through and reorganize all of my pens so they're sorted together. Now, if you look, this is kind of an odd setup. So I have my work table right here. That's my GoPro. I have to pull it down whenever I go to cut, but it's not that big of a deal. But down here, you'll see I've got epoxy pigments, acrylic paint pour, things like that that I don't use every day, but I need access to it. So as you can see, it's a little bit harder to get a hold of, but it also still gives me workspace because I needed a place to put my table because as you can tell, it's pretty tiny. I've got a box of paintbrushes over here. This is the back view. So this is what you see when I'm filming. So this is kind of how it's set up. I have 2 LED lights on either side and then my ring light. I have a Google Home on my desk. Then up top, I have softbox lights that shine down on both this table as well as my heat press. So we're gonna go and adjust the camera and go down and show you more. Okay, so this is the bottom shelf for the metal shelf. So as you can see, I've got notebooks over here. And then in those black cubbies, that is all tool. And then I just slide my step stool because I need a step stool because I'm short under the table, which I can also use as a chair. So I still have access to everything. It's not in the way of the doors opening, but everything is still kind of put away because when you're dealing with a small space, keeping clutter to a minimum is key. Okie dokie. So from my desk, you can see this is, I have a TV hanging in here. So that way, whenever no one's home, I can have noise so I'm not so lonely. So this is kind of how it's set up. That's sound bar, all of that kind of stuff. This is my Sawgrass SG400. So this is what I print all of my sublimation on. This is a sublimation printer and it takes sublimation ink. They do have a newer version now, which is the Sawgrass SG500 for that size, and they also make a bigger one. Then you go over here. This is the printer I print everything else on. This is the Epson Workforce Pro. So one of the things I do love about this printer is I can print directly from my phone. It picks everything up very easily. So this will also scan and copy. So I think that that's, if you're going to have an all-in-one, I think that's important. And this printer is supposed to, even though it's an inkjet, it's supposed to be more cost-effective inkjet. So now we'll kind of back up. This used to be in the front of my store. So it is a scrap paper holder. And as you can see, I have all different kinds of HTV and adhesive vinyl in it. Even though they're colors are mixed together, they are all done by style. So it's very easy for me to go through and figure out which materials I need. Then I slid my Steady Betty in on that side, and then those are photo panels. So if I want to take pictures of things, which is kind of difficult. Now, in this drawer, I have wipes, rags, that type of thing because I use them constantly. And I did change the knobs on this. I got those knobs on Amazon. Now in this drawer, we have all of our pens, pencils, not all of them, but a lot of them. So these are pigments. These are the liquid pigments for epoxy. Well, you can use them for other things. Then we've got like fabric markers, paint pens. These are these are chalk pens. And I like to kind of keep things organized by style. I have a little bit of a pen problem, as you can see. Then in this drawer, we've got, this is to do like that jewel painting stuff. I need to work on doing it. Then we have like Velcro tabs, some night lights, that kind of thing. Now I'm not going to show you how I have all my craft stuff organized because it's not organized in here. I have it in the hallway. In this drawer, I have hole punches, some of my cross-stitch stuff, and then those are the backdrops. I can use those as backdrops. Okay, this drawer has scrapbook paper and rolls of vinyl that I need to cut down. So all of this over here is scrapbook paper, and then that is adhesive reflective. This is my scrap drawer. So as you can see, there's a ton of stuff in here. And we're still, even though the business is gonna go. We're still doing the scrap box drawings. Now in this drawer, it's full of blank t-shirts, and then I have the felt to be able to like put materials on to see how it looks. And which is also a great idea for yourself if you want to have like something like this to put all your materials on so you can keep track of what they look like actually pressed. That's always nice. And then in this drawer, I have lots of fabric things. So these are like tablecloths, all that kind of stuff. That is some vinyl for a project because I just have to find places to put things. But as you can see, these are blankets, towels, that kind of stuff. Now give me a moment and we will look at the other part. Okie dokie. So this is what it looks like when you look at my desk. So if you see right here, I've got some flowers. Then I have an organizer that has, like, these are Sharpies, more Sharpies, gel pens. These are Sharpie pens, or no, those are Staedtler. Scissors, Stabilo pencils, all that kind of stuff. I've got my little tape dispenser here. Isn't that cute? I got that at Target a long, long time ago. Then we have, as you walk around the desk, I have more pens and more pens and more pens. Then I just have like little miscellaneous stuff in there. My Cheshire Cat, a measuring tape, a thumb drive. These are all of my Prismacolor pencils. And I've got all of those organized. So as you walk around, you can see this is my desk area. I don't have my coffee on my cup holder. That's the epoxy cup holder that I did. Then I've got my Melt Cosmetics. That's what I use to like mix makeup on. There is my Mac. I did buy this on Amazon if you have a Mac, this Hyper drive, and it makes things so much easier because the Macs don't have a lot of ports. Then underneath right here, I have different like USB, like if I need a dongle to put in for like my headphones or whatever, I keep them there so I don't have to keep them plugged in unless I'm using them. My blue light glasses. Then you go over here and I have a microphone. There's my Google Home. There is a mirror, a brush cleaner, and my monitor for seeing what I look like. It looks so dirty. Then there is my camera. So if you actually look, I didn't show you this wall. So if you look over there, there's my Google Play button. And then I have another holder that has my Cricut mats and a non-scoring mat and a blue Morpho butterfly that we bought at the Houston Museum of Natural Science. So this is the last view. I'm trying to hold this steady. So this is what you kind of see in my background. This is like makeup central. So all of this over here, other than decorative stuff, is my makeup collection. So as you can see, I cleared it out quite a bit. So again, everything in this area is all of my makeup. And then I have it all organized here. And again, having things on rollers I think is probably one of the easiest ways to keep your space organized. So hopefully you like this video. If you do, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below. And we post new videos typically every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So that's kind of like the whole office tour. But I guess that's it. We'll see y'all later. Bye.